Hello, welcome back to another, not a devlog. This is more of an update as to where I've been, what I've been doing, and what will become of this channel. So recently I've not been posting on this channel as much as I'd hoped initially. That was mostly due to us doing an extended bout of travelling. We've been here, there and everywhere recently. We spent a week in Italy, going from Venice to Florence to Siena to Rome. One of the coolest places we've been history-wise. We also took a trip with my partner's company up to the Peaks District to do some hiking a few weekends ago. And shortly after the filming of this, we'll be off to Switzerland for a long weekend to do some more hiking there. And also spending the first nice weekend of the British spring summer off in Margate and hiking around the Kent coastline and probably getting in the water. We've also been to southern France and spent a few days along the coastline down there, experiencing Nice, Monaco, Menton, and yeah, just generally enjoying our time in Europe while we've got it. We also moved back in to our new old apartment behind me. This is much warmer, much nicer, much more renovated than the previous one. So yeah, we've just sort of been getting everything back on track, and now with summer coming, it's getting nice outside. We'll probably spend more time outside as well. I've also been rather busy at work recently with my 9 to 5, which has left me a little bit less motivated to get home and do anything creative, which is a bit of a shame. But now I'm trying to push that away, make creativity the default when I get home rather than just blob on the couch, watch some Instagram reels, watch some YouTube videos, what have you. And I've also found a few new video games that I've been enjoying recently. One being Crop Deck, which recently came out, which is very similar to, well, not very similar, similar in the farming concept to the game that I was attempting to create in Unity. And also The Farmer Was Replaced, which has sort of reinvigorated me a little bit to build my own software without AI. I think we'll get to that later, but that was one of the reasons I lost interest in Grand Guardian over the last few months. I've also been working on some small projects in Rust, mainly due to my day job being a back-end engineer, wanting to learn and experiment with new technology, see what's out there, see how it works, sort of get my hands dirty. So, what's happening with Grand Guardian? The concept will live on, is the short of it. The Unity 3D version will not. I think I bit off more than I could chew with trying to learn both Blender, Unity, and how 3D game development works, especially when I've only have experience in making 2D games in Game Maker with its own proprietary language and development flow. So yeah, bit off more than I could chew with that one, and the fact that I was leaning heavily on AI to help create a lot of the code, a lot of the architecture, due to basically me trying to build it in a quick fashion, get something out there quick and dirty that worked before refining it, made it very difficult in the end because I didn't know how anything worked. Not that I couldn't understand the code, but more the flows, the architecture, the way the classes were created. I think that was the biggest problem, and also led to me becoming disinterested in it. Moving forward, the concept will live on in a simpler form. but I will be transitioning to Godot, which is more Python-like with GD script, which I do have more experience in Python than I do in C#, for instance. And also swapping Blender for Sprite to create the game assets. The fact that it will be moving to a 2D sort of top-down game, I think will make it also a lot easier to develop, and also moving to Godot will make it, I think, in my mind, a lot easier as well, just because Unity is such a beast. And I know Godot is going to have its own learning curve, but I think just a fresh start will be the best thing for the future of this idea. So what's next? On this channel, anyway, you'll see some more posts about probably game development, but not Grey & Guardian. I plan on kind of documenting my learning process with Godot, making a few small retro games, or recreating them. For instance, my go-to game to recreate to sort of start learning an engine is Asteroids. I never did this with Unity and probably was part of the downfall because I jumped straight into 3D. And also I think another one that would be sort of a fun play would be Tetris. Obviously adding a new spin on it instead. So those will probably be the next few videos coming up. Me learning Godot, me creating a few small games, hopefully getting them out on itch for you guys to play, to tell me that they're bad, because they're going to be bad. That's how it works. And also I have photos to edit from our trips. You can catch them all on my Instagram here. They will be coming out more frequently now. I've scheduled some for the next 15 days or so, and there's going to be more with the trips we've got planned. So yeah, the next few months for me are just going to be catching up on everything, hopefully getting into a new routine where I put creativity first rather than consumption, and can make something of this. So let's see where this goes. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, which hopefully won't be a month away.